For 5 years can now say with certainty that the last government here, probably the most racist government that we've ever seen.
APNU all over again. This is the Guyana Reporter.
For 5 years can now say with certainty that
Jagdeo once again playing the race card. It's a tactic that was used by his mentor, Cheddi Jagan, almost 60 years ago. Using the famous phrase, APNU, meaning Indian for Indian. Back then, Cheddi Jagan was being squeezed by the American government through the CIA. And in order for him to remain relevant, he needed every single Indian vote he could get. And therefore, needed to convince every Indian to vote for him. So he brought a term from India called APNU. Indian for Indian. It's probably the single phrase that divided Guyana. And the effects are still being felt to this day. And now with the newfound gold mine, wants to remain relevant, oil greed, power, and to enrich his families and cronies. Let's watch in real time Jagdeo dividing the nation.
And that they're probably the most racist government that we've ever seen. The last government was the most incompetent in our history, the most corrupt in our history, and the government that in such a short period managed to devastate in racial terms some of the communities that Indo-Guyanese and Amerindians lived in. We saw serious action that were dedicated towards removing large numbers of people from the public sector as part of a master plan to have either they migrate or dispossess them. So we now know for sure that they're not competent, they're not clean, and that they're probably the most racist government that we've ever seen.
Jagdeo now is counting on the Indians being mad, Indians being upset. He needs every single Indian vote he could find. So he dusted out the old racial playbook, effectively saying Indians are not being taken care of by the PNC. Meanwhile, Indians own 90% of businesses. Indians are not being taken care of by the PNC. Meanwhile, Indians own 75% of mortgages. The Guyana Reporter can go on and on. The Guyana Reporter knows that PPP is not the only party that uses this racial playbook. PNC also uses this devious tactic. PNC also tries to convince black Guyanese to vote for them because they're black. The Guyana Reporter wants to tell the PPP, who seems to be hungry for power and allegedly filling their pockets with oil money, and the PNC, who seems to be doing the same, tell the people about your policies, not your race. This has been the Guyana Reporter.